Sometimes just the name of a company can elicit kind of a psychological response, right? I mean, you think of Apple, odds are you think of innovation and some fancy design. Microsoft, well, right there, obviously computers, but because of some problems in the past, maybe computer crashes or rebooting is what you think of there. Scott Deming has followed all this with a career in advertising and marketing and has written about it in a new book entitled The Brand Who Cried Wolf. He stopped by recently. We began our conversation as I asked him what brand right now is crying wolf.
The brand who's crying wolf is any company that for some reason makes a proclamation, makes a claim that either their service or their product does something, and then when they drive people in to experience that, to purchase that, they fall flat. They fail on that promise.
Name some names for us. From your estimation, what are some brands that are crying wolf?
Well, some brands are, I would say Sears, I would say Walmart, I would say Dell Computers. Dell Computers, in fact, I don't know if you know this, but the New York State Attorney General filed a lawsuit against Dell Computers because of the number of complaints against them.
A lot of customer complaints through the years.
Well, recently, I mean, people will buy this based on the promise that you're going to get either this type of product, and if you're not happy, we will follow up. And they weren't getting that promise, so they weren't. They decided that they were having enough, and they filed a lawsuit.
You write in the book that branding does not come from advertising, a logo, a slogan, or music. So where does branding come from?
Branding does not. And take it from me, I owned and operated a national ad agency for 20 years. And branding does not come from awareness. Awareness is awareness. We're all aware of certain deadly diseases, are we not? Doesn't mean we want to run out and get them. Just because you know about...
Pneumonia may have a brand problem
Absolutely,
these days, though,
absolutely. But just because you know about something, someone, where they are, what they do, it doesn't mean you want them. Brand building, which is a very confusing topic in business, comes from creating innovative, unique, unexpected experiences for your customers.
Positive ones?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
It's got to be a positive one. But the point is that if you create a unique enough experience for your customer, they're not going to only want to come back. They're going to want to go out and be an evangelist on your behalf.
We talked to a lot of shareholders, a lot of company executives. Is it possible to measure brand building, and in terms of not only from an executive point of view, but also all the way down to the shareholder, whether or not they want to buy the stock?
Oh, absolutely. There's such a thing as sustainable brand loyalty, which is the measurement everybody should deal with. I mean, people are constantly looking at, the shareholder earnings, the sales this quarter, the sales last quarter. What they should be looking at is, what is the number of fallout? Are we still maintaining, sustaining that group, that core group of customers, and is it growing from that? But people aren't looking at that. They're not looking at the relationships. They're not looking at that sustainable success.
What do you mean by fallout? Is that the number of customers that are not coming back to us, for instance?
A one-up sale is not a sale. It's a transaction.
Right.
So if you've got a group of core customers and all of a sudden you're starting to notice that you're losing that core customer base, you're doing something very wrong. If you've got a good enough experience, a good enough loyalty base, you're going to have that certain base that you can build on top of.
All right, Scott, we had you name some names of companies that were crying wolf. On our website, we'll have you name some names of those that aren't crying wolf at this point, that apparently are delivering on their promise. We'll have that online with Scott Deming, author of The Brand Who Cried Wolf.